Hello student, now we will discuss the n-pulse delay canceller. In the previous class, we discussed the concept called delay line canceller. If I go in the previous slide of the previous session, here we need to remove the clutter signal, that is unwanted signal present in the echo signal of the moving target. So if I use the single delay line canceller, the clutter it is present, this much of the clutter it is present in the receiving of the echo signal. If I add two delay line canceller, nothing but cascading of the two delay line canceller one after the other, the clutter will be attenuated much more compared to the single delay line canceller here. So the first waveform it indicates, that is the waveform we are getting from the single delay line canceller. It contains this portion of the clutter. If I add one more delay line canceller, that is what I am getting the output waveform of the two delay line canceller. If I compare the clutter attenuation of these two waveform, for the two delay line canceller, the clutter is very much less compared to a one delay line canceller. So in order to reduce the clutter attenuation in the receiving of the echo signal, we need to cascade multiple delay line canceller. That is what we call that as a delay line canceller. Now we will discuss the block diagram of the delay line canceller. As we know, in the delay line canceller, we are getting the input signal from the phase detector and we need to convert analog to digital converter. After that, we have a delay line, that is TP is equal to 1 by FP, and we are going to give one output of the delay line canceller to a subtractor, and the same signal we are going to give to the directly to a subtractor. So the subtractor it will perform the cancelling of the clutter signal present in the echo signal. So now we will discuss how to derive the equation for the delay line canceller. So this figure represents the wave block diagram of the double delay line canceller. In the double delay line canceller, we cascade, this is the single delay line canceller, we cascaded one more delay line canceller to the output of the single delay line canceller. So this is nothing but we call this as a double delay line canceller. So in this diagram, the P of T we call that is the input of the first delay line canceller, and Q of T is output of the first delay line canceller. Again the same Q of T we are going to give input to the next stage of the delay line canceller. So first we will discuss how to write the mathematical notation for the first delay line canceller. The output of the first delay line canceller is Q of T. Q of T is equal to P of T, that is directly we are giving signal P of T to the subtractor here, and minus, that is whatever we are giving the input, that is delayed by TP. So it is P of T plus TP, it is introducing delay in the signal. So we are giving to the subtractor. The output of the Q of T can be represented as a P of T minus P of T plus TP. This I call equation 1. Similarly, the R of T be the output of the second delay line canceller. The output of the double delay line canceller can be written as R of T is equal to Q of T minus Q of T plus TP. And in the first equation, I will replace T by T plus TP in the first equation. So what will happen? Q of T plus TP is equal to P of T plus TP minus P of T plus 2TP. So this I will call that as a equation 3. And I will substitute equation 1 and equation 3 in the equation 2. So after substituting, after simplification, I will get R of T is equal to P of T minus 2P of t plus tp plus p of 2 plus 2tp. So this is the output of the double delay line canceller. Here by using this expression I have to draw the block diagram for the 3 pulse canceller. 3 pulse canceller is nothing but it is having the 3 pulses, that is 1, -2 and 1. This is what we call that as a 3 pulse canceller. By using this expression we need to draw the diagram here. So here P of t, that is the input of the first delay line canceller. We have to give input from the first input signal directly to the summation of what is the magnitude of P of t, it is 1. So we are representing +1 here. And similarly the same signal P of t we are going to introduce a delay of Tp. So that is what P of t plus Tp here. And what is the magnitude of this? -2. So whatever the output of the first delay line canceller we have to take and we need to summation to the subtractor. The magnitude is -2 here. Similarly that the next whatever the output of the first delay line canceller we need to give to the next delay line canceller. So what is the delay here? P of t plus 2tp. So here the input of the P it is delayed by 2 times. So here that is why we are representing P of t plus 2tp. And what is the magnitude here? The +1. So the output of the magnitude we are going to give to the input to the subtractor. So here we call this as a 3 pulse canceller. 3 pulse canceller is nothing but we are going to represent the magnitude +1 +1 and -2. We call this as a 3 pulse canceller, and also we can represent the same equation for the double delay line canceller by modifying this. By modifying this we can write the above this block diagram. This we call that as a double delay line canceller. By modifying the finalized equation we can also draw the double delay line canceller, and whatever the simplified equation we get, that the same by using that equation we can also draw the 3 pulse canceller. This is what we call that as a 3 pulse canceller because it is having a 3 pulse of the magnitude 1, -2 and +1. We call this as a 3 pulse canceller. Next we will discuss the weights of the 3 pulse canceller is +1, -1 and +1 here, and magnitude response, that is h of f is equal to sin square pi f tp here. So similarly if I want to identify the 4 pulse canceller, instead of 3 we have to calculate the 4 pulses, that is the weight of the 4 pulses +1, -3, +3, -1, and the magnitude response of the 4 pulse canceller is h of f is equal to sin cube of pi f tp. So here if I cascade more number of delay line canceller, what will happen? I can effectively reduce the clutter signal present in the echo signal. That is what we call that as a n delay line canceller. The purpose of the n delay line canceller is in order to reduce the clutter tuning, in order to reduce the clutter present in the echo signal. So if small n is the number of delay lines and capital N represents the pulses here. So here small n represents the number of delay line canceller it will represent. If I tell the 2 delay line canceller, n will be small n is equal to 2, and how many pulses? That is given as 2 plus 1. So the 3 pulses we call. So in the previous slide we discussed the same 2 delay line we can represent as using 3 pulse also, and similarly the same block diagram we also called that as a 2 delay line canceller. And if I want to cascade n stage of the delay line canceller, the magnitude of the response it is given as h of f is equal to sin raised to n to the sin raised to n of pi f tp here. So here, so that whatever if I want to add more n cascade line, the power of n, the power of sin should be equal to the delay line canceller here. And the expansion of the binomial series. So if I want to represent the weights of the pulse canceller, that is given as a binomial series. So 1 minus x raised to n here. N is nothing but number of delay length. And similarly, if I want to find out the binomial weights for all your delay length canceller, that is given as wi is equal to minus 1 raised to I minus 1 into n factorial divided by n minus I plus 1 factorial into I minus 1 factorial, where I is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n plus 1 here. So next is the transversal filter or non-recursive. So if I keep on add the n stages of the delay line and respective weight, if I find out all the weights, finally I have to sum up at the final stage, that is called at the sum, and final output we are getting as a echo signal without clutter. So this is nothing but we call that as a recursive filter without having feedback. So we call that as a non-recursive filter. Also we call that as a transversal filter. Thank you.